Mr. DJ Rose, Verkeezy, and C's. Welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell out now. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
Yo, we back in the building. No more black tears. We back in the building. You know what I'm saying? It all happened in the week. Verkeezy.
So this week in sports, we're going to start talking about college football, man. The college football season is right around the corner. They dropped their initial rankings, and I'm going to give y'all the top 15 schools. Number 1, Ohio State. Oregon, number 2. UGA, number 3. Texas, 4. Notre Dame, 5. Indiana, 6. Miami, 7. Texas A&M, 8. Oklahoma, 9. Ole Miss, 10. Alabama, 11. Texas Tech, 12. LSU, 13. USC, 14. And rounding out the top 15, we got BYU. Rose, what's your initial thoughts on the initial college football rankings? Like, what teams do you think are ranked properly, and what do you expect to happen this college football season?
Well, I don't think the rankings really matter anymore from the beginning of the season because the way there's so many playoff spots and the regular season, it's not as much pressure anymore like it used to be. Because it used to be so much pressure you can't lose a game, but now you can lose a game and you can still make the playoffs, especially if you win your conference. You know what I'm saying? And then, so I don't really have any issues with it. I think Ohio State probably does have the best team on paper. I think Georgia got a good team coming back, and they say Texas got a good team, but I'm surprised by BYU being on the top of the list on number 15. But I don't really have too much to say about the rankings. I'm just ready for the game to start playing.
Yeah, if I had to be honest, Ohio State being number 1, that really didn't surprise me because, like you said, they had one of the best rosters last year. They brought everyone back. You know, we know they spend a lot of money on recruiting nowadays, so that kind of made sense. I was a little surprised with all the hype around Archie Manning that they didn't put Texas probably in that top 3. That they had them right at number 4. So that kind of surprised me. Probably the biggest shock would be LSU, though. Just because they just got Lane Kiffin, who had Ole Miss. I want to say Ole Miss made the college football playoffs last year. It was a top 8 team in the final rankings before the playoffs started, I think. You know, and everybody thought that was such a big get for LSU. LSU has always had one of the better rosters in college football. I don't know too much about the quarterback they have, but I know there's a lot of hype around the quarterback they got now, outside of the Jaden Daniels situation. You know, so I would assume, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, is the quarterback not as good as I think he is? Because I would expect LSU to be like in that top 10 more than like 13. Because if the playoffs were to start, they wouldn't make, like, based off what they're saying, they're not a playoff team.
Well, I think their quarterback is good. He's a transfer. But, you know what I'm saying?
We're talking about the dude that Jaden Daniels is beefing over with the number, right?
No, that's actually a cornerback.
Oh, okay.
He's a DB. The guy that so he's a DB. He played last year.
Okay, now I'm thinking. Okay, then.
Yeah.
So where's the transfer coming? Where he came transfer from?
I want to say North Carolina State. Was it? I can't remember.
North Carolina State.
I don't know, but it's a black guy.
Black guy. Okay.
It's a black guy, but I don't know exactly where he came from. JB, you know where he came from?
I'm not even sure.
Okay, but yeah.
But he's a transfer, so you would expect him to be solid at least.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that probably be my question is like why LSU is ranked number 13. But outside of that though, The other thing I noticed was Big Ten got a lot of respect, man. I think they got three of the top six teams in this first ranking. They got a lot of respect, man. Like they got a lot of respect, and maybe it's rightfully so because they have been dominated the last couple of years. But it just seems like people forgetting about the SEC, and I feel like this could be a very bounce back year for the SEC. Because there's a lot of teams in the SEC that I just expect to be good this year, from Ole Miss to Georgia. I expect South Carolina with Noah Sellers. This probably from his last year. I expect them to be better than they was the year before. And I expect big things from Texas. I expect us to see everything that we thought Archer was going to be. I expect us to actually try to see that this year. Because the second half of last season, he looked pretty good. And if he can play like that the whole season, I expect him to be up for the Heisman. And so I think some people are sleeping on the SEC, more, especially even like a team like Georgia. I know we ain't been doing what people thought we was going to do, but we've still been a solid team, though.
Texas definitely my team to watch. I like them. I like how they was looking. More so worried that portal, man. The portal make it hard to know, to be certain. You know, it adds an extra element of surprise in there. Like you never know with the portal and all this money going around. You know, an extra 100,000 switch up your whole card.
Exactly.
Okay, man. So moving on from college football, we're gonna go to the pros, y'all. And you know, in college football, if you're the best tight end, they give you the Mackey Award. So we're gonna talk about the best tight ends in the league currently. We're gonna give our top 5 tight ends. And if you don't mind, Rose, I'll start it off.
Oh, go ahead.
So I'm gonna start from 5 to number 1. So my honorable mentions, they was tied. And it's only because they was rookie last year, and it's kind of hard to take 2 rookies and put them in the top 5. But I think they're going to be 1 and 2 in the next 3 years. I think they'll be the number 1 and number 2 tight end, Colston Loveland and Tyler Warren. Number 5, he had a down year last year because of injuries, but his rookie season was so good, and when he played, he was still very good. And he's part of one of the better offenses in the league, and he still finds a way to eat, and he can block. Sam Laporta. Number 4, it's really my number 1. But it's so hard to put you number 1 when you barely played last year. But near the end of the season, when he was healthy, especially in fantasy, because I had to go against him in fantasy, that nigga was still a motherfucking monster. Brock Bowers. And like I said, without them injuries last year, he number 1. Number 3, and the only reason why he's not number 1 is because he's coming into the season injured. But if he was coming to the season healthy, he would be ranked number 1 because out of the final 3 tight ends I have, he's probably been the most consistent in the last couple of years, and he's definitely the best run blocking tight end, and he still makes plays in the passing game, and he contributes to a winning organization, George Kittle. But unfortunately, he's coming into the year injured. I don't even think he's going to start the season off. I think he's going to miss the first couple of games of the season, so it's hard to put you number 1 when you're not going to play immediately. Number 2, and I know I keep saying this, he had an argument to be number 1 too, because the numbers he put up statistically from the tight end position is crazy, especially on such a bad team. But what have I been saying with all my rankings, Rose, since we've been doing them? Winning matters to me. Like, are you contributing to winning? Trey McBride, number 2. And then when I got to my number 1, I was surprised that I had him number 1. And it's like, I sometimes feel like when we get players like this play, it's almost like LeBron. We're judging them against what they were and not against the rest of the field. I still got Travis Kelce as the best tight end in the game. He's still number 1, man, because when he got to make a play, he makes a play. He still put up, I think, 700 receiving yards last year. He's healthy. Like he don't have the injury concerns that these other niggas I named. And the best availability is availability. And he's definitely, the GOAT, man. So I'm gonna go Travis number 1 still, man. And when you're in that red zone, man, you gotta know where he at.
JB, you want to go ahead?
All right, you want mine?
Yeah.
Mine from 5. Well, I'll start like you start. I got Travis Kelce in my honorable mention. He's my number 6.
And that's why you was
And
mad.
like
That's why you
said,
was
right?
shaking your head when I said
Because
it.
like we got the same names. We got maybe a couple more on there, but my honorable mentions was he was, and it's just because again it's not about his resume. We know what he done did. It's about that the knees after you done did all of that. You know, it's about the decline in the health, and is he still gonna be that dominant player like he was before? But again, I still feel like in that end zone, you got to know where he at because he gonna catch one on you if not.
He probably the tight end that has the best leverage in terms of just knowing how to move his body to get 3 yards.
Yeah. So my number 5, I got Kyle Pitts.
Come on, brother. The whole list. Throw the list away then.
Huh?
Throw the list away. Throw the list away then.
But, I mean,
throw the list away.
I ain't mad at it.
He's number 5.
No, he's not.
He's number 5.
No, he's not. Now, if we was doing top 10, he could have been number 10.
You just hating.
He ain't better than the 2 rookies I named.
Yeah.
No, he ain't better than that. He ain't better than Loveland.
Resume.
Nah.
Resume. That's what
I've seen enough Kyle Pitts games. I don't watch his games. I watch him every Sunday.
He got Pro Bowls.
I'm trying to tell you.
All
man.
pros.
The Pro Bowl don't mean shit no more. The Pro Bowl don't mean shit no more. The Pro Bowl don't. But Matt Jones got a Pro Bowl.
He got all pros too.
Man, you got to hold him at that level, man. Remember when he was drafted there? You got to hold him at that level. He got to be. So next I got Sam Laporta. You know, he was 4. I got my man George Kittle at 3. Now my 1 and 2.
Did the injury play a factor with George Kittle at all for you? Or even if he came to the season healthy, just number 3?
Yeah, he one of my guys.
Okay.
Fantasy, he one of my guys.
Not definitely consistent.
Yeah. And like you said, man, my 1 and 2 was they can switch flop. I couldn't really pick. I had Trey McBride and Brock Bowers. You know, so like I said, our list was kind of close. You missed Kyle Pitts on yours, but you know,
I ain't miss Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts didn't deserve to be there. You should have put Kelce and had Kyle Pitts in honorable mention. And even that's too good for that nigga.
Man, Kelce, man,
Man, he still put up like 700 yards last year, and from a tight end, that's still good.
I think I'm still a little hurt just over the whole Taylor Swift taking over the NFL. Man, it just
when you add that, you got to dock him a little bit for that because we did the last 2 years we did get a little too much Taylor Swift.
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna start from 1 and I'm gonna go to 5. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure everybody already know who my number 1 is, Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? He's the baddest man alive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Brock Bowers, Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? Number 1. Yeah. If it wasn't for injuries, things like that, but he's basically he's the best. He's the best tight end in the game right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I got George Kittle at number 2. Just because I'm really wasn't concerned about the injuries because he always played. He actually plays hurt and he be hurt and he still put up numbers compared to everybody else. It's like, and he's still doing it. Like he never had a drop off. Like when he's hurt, he doesn't play. I mean, when he's injured, he doesn't play. But he doesn't really have a drop off. You know what I'm saying? I got Trey McBride at number 3, and like when I do my list, I look at a little bit of everything, upside coming into the year, who's going to have the best year of this year, resume too, and just talent too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I put my list together. And just look at him play too. So Laporta, I got him at number 4. And I got Kyle Pitts at number 5 too. You know what I'm saying? I got Kyle Pitts at number 5 because I believe that if they gave him the doggone ball, he will put numbers up.
I've seen him get the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I see happen? I've seen him drop it, and I've seen him tip it to the other defender's hands. Now, can I be honest with you? The one thing I will say, me and my brother Tita K just had a conversation about this. The most talented tight end in the league by far is Kyle Pitts. It's not even a question. He's the most talented. If he played to his full talent level, he'll be number one, and it wouldn't even be close.
I don't think he's better than Bowers.
No. He's more talented because he's what 6'3", 6'5". No, he's 6'5". He's a big dude. He's athletic. He can play receiver. Like Kyle Pitts is the most. He's fast. He's faster than Bowers.
He's faster than Bowers, but he ain't better than him.
Only thing Bowers do better than him.
Everything else
is block.
Everything else, hands.
Kyle Pitts makes great catches sometimes.
No.
The problem is
Bowers got the best hands in the league, almost as wide receiver.
Do you know what separates Kyle Pitts and Brock Bowers?
He's black and he's white.
Is the reason why Bowers won consistency. That's why Kyle Pitts not in my top 5. He's just not consistent. Because he'll give you games where he give you 20 yards, then next week he give you 150 yards. I need more consistency.
That's because of the quarterback play, though. Lots of it.
Drake Leonard eating, bro. Drake Leonard consistent.
But they only give him the ball. They don't even pass him the ball. They don't even pass the ball. Man, we watch Bowers game all the time. We're like, why they only give him pass the ball?
Come on, man.
We watch it all the time. They don't even throw him the ball.
Get open there, nigga.
They don't even throw him the ball.
Get open there. Drake Leonard open. Get open. He
don't need to be open. They just throw him the ball. They feed him.
Hey. Had more receiving yards than Travis Kelce.
He did. He did.
With poor quarterback play. Right. With minus 11 quarterback play. But what we got next up?
We're going to move on to the people that don't really get paid to block at all. Just the receivers. What's y'all top 10 receivers?
I'll go ahead and go first because I went last time. And I'm gonna go from first to 10. I got Jefferson number 1. I got Chase at number 2. I got JSN at number 3. I got Puka at number 4.
God damn. Jeez.
I got St. Brown at number 5.
God damn.
CeeDee Lamb number 6.
God damn.
Drake London number 7. Oh, did I say it? Did I miss a number or no? I think I'm saying it right. And I got Devontae Adams after London. 5, 6, 7, 8. I got Pickens after Adams, and then I got Nico Collins number 2.
Bruh, we only missing 2 dog. My honorable mention was Cortland Sutton. I feel like what he's doing in Denver the last couple of years, it started with Jerry Jeudy's last season in Denver. You know, where people thought that he would be number 2, but he played so well Jerry Jeudy's last season, they said, hey, fuck nigga, go to Cleveland. And we ain't heard from Jerry Jeudy since he been in Cleveland.
We heard from him. When that guy was throwing the ball, we heard from him. Yeah. He was breaking the internet.
Hey, can I tell you what we heard? We heard from everybody that was catching the ball. James was letting all them bitch ass niggas eat.
No, man, you couldn't even. He wasn't even on prize. He was getting so many yards.
He was, because all them bitch ass niggas eating with James, man. But so the reason why I kept saying goddamn, our 1 through number 6 was the exact same. Justin Jefferson, I don't give a fuck what the numbers say. I don't give a fuck the conversations people want to have. That is still the best receiver in the league when you watch the games. This man played 2 years ago. He played 7 or 8, 9 games and put up 1,000 yards. Last season, with J.J. McCarthy and all these kind of, man, nigga, what the fuck you would look like without Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
But his numbers is just so amazing with Joe. I got to give him that respect. JSN, he showed what he could be as a number 1. Puka Nuka, I think some people think he's the best receiver in the league, man, but he's in that top 5. Like, he's really good, man. Like, I just wish he'd be a little more healthier than the other guys that I listed.
And not as racist as me?
You can be racist as a receiver, man, because you ain't no leader in the locker room. You can be racist as long as you catch the ball.
Okay.
St. Brown, I hate it for that nigga because there's no way for him to get that number 1 spot or even that top 3. But you can't deny he's probably the most consistent out of these top 5. Like, you know what you're going to get from him week in and week out, season and season out. Like, he's going to consistently give you what he's going to give you. Like, St. Brown is a dog. CeeDee, man. And I thought this was what people was going to differ at. I thought people were going to have CeeDee as top 5 because he's the talent of a top 5 receiver. And he should be a top 5 receiver. But last season, them goddamn drops, man. I had CeeDee on my team. And I had CD on Prize Picks a lot. And to be honest, nigga, I almost had George Pickens above you. Because, bro,
I think Pickens had a better year than him.
He did. But it took a lot for me not to disrespect CD by putting George above him. But I was like, CD, you've done this consistently, and last season, you still had a solid season, so I gave CD that spot. This is the first time we differ. I think you had Devontae at number 7.
Yeah.
I had Nico Collins at number 7. Then I had George Pickens at number 8. And then I think you might have had Drake London at number 8.
No, 6.
6. Okay.
No, I had him at number 7.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you had Drake London then Adams.
Yeah.
I had Drake London at number 9. And then number 10, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I debated a couple names with this number 10 spot. Adams was one of the names, but I ain't gonna lie, I did something I don't usually do. I kind of did throwing projection. Like, I don't expect him to lead the league in touchdowns again, which is what really saved him last season because his yardage was not amazing. I saw a lot of people talk shit about this nigga after he signed that contract, man, and he's not a top 5 receiver, man, but I think Zay Flowers is in that top 10 conversation. Like, he right at number 10. Zay Flowers is a really good receiver, and he's been consistent. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver since he's got in the league, man. So I'd have Zay at number 10.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. My first 5 is who I love to watch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The back 5, they ain't in no particular order because it's hard for me to put them in order.
Okay.
So starting at 1, I got Puka. 2, JSN. 3, I got Jefferson. Got Chase at 4. AJ Brown at 5.
He wasn't on our list at all.
Yeah, that's my boy. Like I said, I'm going over who I like to watch play.
He got the ability to earn his way back this year.
And then this year he just, he was not. He reunited with what's the boy name?
The coach.
Babel.
Yeah, Mike Babel.
So I'm hoping to see some of that old magic back.
I ain't gonna lie, he was a monster in Tennessee.
I'm telling you. Now my back 5, no particular order. I got CeeDee Lamb, St. Brown, Nico Collins, George Pickens, and Drake London.
Okay, so we all had about the same list. Same players. I think the only person that you had Zay Flowers, I didn't have him, and you had
Devontae Adams, and he had AJ Brown.
Yeah, AJ
so
Brown.
We all had one name, and that's the thing about the receiver position. Most of the guys are going to be about the same, but then you get to that back second half where you might have 1 or 2 differences because, to your point, it does come from preferences. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, the reason why I almost flipped Courtland Sutton and Zay Flowers, and it's because if you look at the receivers on my list, I do like a bigger body receiver, and Courtland Sutton is a bigger body dude, but it came down to production for me for Zay Flowers. Yeah, the production for Flowers is amazing, man. All these receivers hope to make it to the Hall of Fame, y'all. We just had, who I think is a top 3 receiver of all time, get into the Hall of Fame, Larry Fitzgerald. So let's move on to the potential Hall of Fame class of 2027. So these are the first year eligible players.
The roadblock.
We talked about tight ends, so we're going to go with Gronk, Big Ben, Adrian Peterson, AP, Richard Sherman, Cam Newton, Andrew Whitworth, Eric Weddle, Gerald McCoy, Antonio Brown, AB, and Le'Veon Bell. So I'm going to ask this question. We had 5 people going to Hall of Fame this year. Only 2 was first year eligible. So give me the 2 that you feel like need to make it this year and the one that has the best chance. So basically
out of those 5?
Out of those 7? Out of these names, because these are the first time eligible players.
Adrian Peterson, of
course. AP.
Gronk.
So who's the third guy that probably has a real good chance to make it?
Ben Roethlisberger. And it ain't because of his play, but Ben Roethlisberger.
Big Ben, them 2 Super Bowls?
No, Big Ben just he liked by them.
Them people like Big Ben.
They like it.
Them people like Big Ben.
I can tell you who not gonna go.
AB. Cam definitely not gonna go.
You don't think Adrian Peterson gonna go?
No, AB.
Oh yeah, him and Cam. Yeah, they can hang it up.
I think Gronk he's 100%. He probably the GOAT tight end. Like he number one. He 100%. Number two, and I know some people keep bringing up some of the off the field shit. I don't feel like it's enough to deter him, but he'll probably be like 98% of the vote. Adrian Peterson. We talking about a top 5 running back. Bro, I just saw Jeremiah Love's highlights from the preseason. Do you know who they kept comparing him to? Adrian Peterson. Like Adrian Peterson was one of those running backs. He was relentless. Like when you faced him, it was like, man, it's the fourth quarter, man. We only up by like 5. Man, they finna try to hand this ball to AP, dog, man. The whole fourth quarter. Nigga, I play Madden. Man, I'm finna hand the ball to AP, dog. So those are 2.
Yeah, those are definitely 2.
And number 3, the person I think has the best chance to make it if they do decide to go 3 first eligible, because they usually don't do that many that's on the first ballot. I would give it to the left tackle, Andrew Whitworth. He played, I think, 17, 20 seasons. Most of it was with Cincinnati. People don't know that part of his career because Cincinnati was so sorry, but he was protecting people like Carson Palmer and motherfucking Andy Dalton and making all-pro selections. And then he went to the Rams and won a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford and them boys. And the Hall of Fame leans to offensive linemen that have been great for a long time. And that's why he would be my 3rd selection. Unfortunately, for some of them other guys, I feel like they might have to wait a couple years.
Yeah, Rob and Adrian Peterson. It's not AP, Adrian Peterson. The original AP is Adrian Peterson from Georgia Southern. That's the AP. That's AP.
You said that before, so I ain't mad at that. You said that before.
So, but Adrian Peterson, Rob Gronkowski, yeah, definitely, they definitely got to get in. If I could see Rob getting in, and if Adrian don't get in, it'll be like they'll talk about that like they talked about Bill Belichick this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be an uproar if he don't get it.
And then the only other name, I ain't mad at Andrew Whitworth, but the only other name on here is Ben Roethlisberger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only other one.
And the only reason, so I'm gonna be honest, the reason why Big Ben I'm not confident on, they just have a history of just holding the quarterbacks to such a high standard to make the Hall of Fame sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm just going by those names that's on that list. He's the biggest name on the list.
You think he got a better chance? Because I think Antonio Brown, if Antonio Brown didn't have the CTE, he might be above Adrian Peterson.
Nah,
because his numbers.
Nah.
That's it. Hey, Antonio Brown's numbers and what he did for a 5-year stretch in the NFL, this man was averaging 100 catches, 1,500 yards, and 12 touchdowns.
As your grandma used to say, boy, your mouth will ruin you. And that's really what. That's all this. That's it. That's it. That's the only reason why he not in. He not gonna make it. That's it.
Well, he'll probably get the Ninja Award of the year.
Yeah, now he'll probably get the Ninja Award. But Cam, I hate to say this to you, Cam, you should have fell on that ball. That's why you're not gonna make it. You didn't fall on that ball. And then Richard, I know some people gonna be mad at this. I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Fame.
I don't think nobody thinks he is.
You know, I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Fame.
I don't even think he thinks he is.
I hope he don't think he is, because I watched Richard in his prime, man, and he was a good corner. I never saw
system corner.
Exactly. I never saw best corner.
He never traveled.
I never saw him better than Patrick Peterson.
He stayed on that side. He had the Legion of the Boom. One of the best
Earl
linebackers.
Thomas, Cam Chancellor, Bobby Wagner, Michael Bennett at the defensive end. It was that's the cost and the penalty of playing with greatness. Your greatness gets diminished because you're playing with so much greatness. Because if you want to be real, I think Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor are Hall of Famers. I think Bobby Wagner's a Hall of Famer.
No, Bobby first ballot.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, Terrell Suggs had to wait. You know why Terrell Suggs had to wait? Because you play with Ray Lewis and it just happens like that sometimes. And that's Richard Sherman. You know. So, we talked about the Hall of Fame. A player that is going to obviously make the Hall of Fame because everyone makes the NBA Hall of Fame. Don't Dave Stoudemire just made the NBA Hall of Fame.
Well,
Mike D'Antonio just made the NBA Hall of Fame.
It's not the NBA Hall of Fame.
But
It's
the
the
basketball Hall,
it's the basketball Hall of Fame.
You know, Candace Parker made the Hall of Fame. She deserved it though. Russell Westbrook announced this week with an amazing video, if I may add, with Michael B. Jordan. My bad. I apologize. Academy Award winner Michael B. Jordan narrating the video. He announced his retirement. What is y'all thoughts on Russell Westbrook retiring and just his career as a whole?
I think he still had a couple. I think he still had a couple of years left, but good for him. He got time to go spend. He got plenty of money. He got time to go spend with his kids and his family. He was one of the good guys. You know what I'm saying? One of the good brothers. People gave him slack all the time, but he's like LeBron. He's married to a woman a black woman that he's been with for a long time.
Since college. They both went to the same college together.
And you never hear anything bad about him outside the court. No craziness, no outside babies, no doggone transitional transformer kids. You don't hear nothing about him other than him shooting bricks.
Right.
But outside the court, man, good dude. You don't hear nothing about. I don't know him personally, but I'm just going by what we see and what the new articles say. Good dude, good husband, good father, good supporter, good friend. Nothing but good things about him. He ain't in the top 5. I had him in the top 5, but after Chris Paul retired and just looking at some of the Chris Paul's numbers,
it's not Chris Paul. CP3 was one of the ones.
But if I had to pick one, I like Westbrook over Chris Paul, but this is hard. I can't. After breaking down, we broke down Chris Paul a couple months ago. I can't put him above Chris Paul. I did at one point, just off of eye test and likability, but number six all time point guard.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I'm looking back at his draft class. He's probably the best player to get drafted in his draft class. The only player that you can argue, and if you say his name, because I love this player so much, and I know injuries ruin his career, is Derrick Rose. But his draft class is Kevin Love, Michael Beasley, OJ. These are the people drafted. But Derrick Rose, Michael Beasley, OJ Mayo. And Kevin Love went after him. You know, like, I remember when Westbrook came in the league, I didn't think much of that nigga. I did not see what he became. I was like, okay, they got a guard. Okay, whatever, man. Like, I'll be honest, I was kind of like, damn, man, it would have been nice if KD could have played with OJ Mayo. Granted, the first couple of years of OJ Mayo was fine, but we know what happened with him. But Russell, man, I just remember that when they made it to the finals, he became a player that I did not see, and he was even at his peak yet. And I think it was game 2, he dropped like 40. They lost game 2, but he dropped like 40. And I remember Magic Johnson getting on Bill Nye the Science Guy's internet with my bad TV and said that was the most selfish game 2 ever saw. And I was like, well, shit, bro, nobody else on the Thunder wanted to do shit. And that was the start of Russell Westbrook's like bang. Like people called the way he played basketball selfish because they could not understand at the time. We had just left the era of John Stockton, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, where the point guard did not score. And this was the beginning of the era where we started seeing point guards like John Wall, Derrick Rose, Westbrook, where the point guard was like not just the main facilitator, they were scoring the ball a lot.
They were just more athletic point guards.
And way more athletic. And if you want to be honest, the only point guard that might be more athletic than Westbrook, maybe Derrick Rose. But that's a coin flip. Like I'm gonna remember Westbrook as one of the most athletic point guards I've ever seen. I remember seeing Westbrook like going from court to court and getting to the rim like that in the blink of an eye. The triple doubles, 3 triple doubles in a row. People forget that one year he had in Washington, he averaged a triple double, and that's when we thought he was washed.
4 different seasons.
Like 4 seasons of triple doubles is crazy. That MVP year was special. That MVP year was special because KD just left him, and that basically told the league, I can't win with this nigga. And Westbrook said, fuck you. And he did what he did, carry that team to the playoffs every year. Unfortunately, they traded for Paul George, and Paul George, we found out, now we just realized Paul George can't play. You know, they should have traded for Kawhi. Maybe Westbrook would have won a ring. You know, I hate the way his career ended because he went to LA and they had him come off the bench with LeBron and AD. I think he just finished his career in Sacktown, and it's crazy because I do prize picks. There were some nights Westbrook was still balling this past season. I agree with you, Rose. Westbrook could have probably gave you 3 more years if he just wanted the money. But this just shows you someone who's content with his career. He's content with his family. And to your point, I've always seen him champion his wife because his wife does fashion. I've always seen him talk about they met in college because I think his wife played either volleyball or basketball, and that's how they met. You don't hear nothing about him. I was actually sad to see Westbrook retire because my last thing Westbrook is, if I was talking to a young NBA player, I would have them watch a Westbrook game because whether it's the first quarter, fourth quarter, a playoff game, you really don't know the time and score because he's always going to give you full effort. And when I was looking at his Wikipedia pages, he played like 70 games, more than half his career. Yeah. Like he's going to play, which is something we talk about in this era. Niggas don't play no more. Final thoughts, everyone?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing. Other than Jaden Daniels, I don't know what he got going on, but man, sit down, man. It's NFL about to start, and you said not let us. Your mama said not let us. You need to go check on her because last time I heard she was in Stephon Diggs' basement.
Since when did quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks, when did starting quarterbacks not play the first series of the preseason?
They've been stopped doing that. They usually don't play until like the third game.
They started out with Sean McVay. Sean McVay said, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah, they stopped that. Yeah, they don't really play until like the third game when they play a series or even a quarter. And some of them don't even do that at all. But especially the older ones. But yeah.
Yeah, man. So we didn't get to do the pod last week, for personal reasons. So this news is kind of old, man. But I wanted to give a shout out to Rose. Kind of hinted at his name earlier, Brock Lesnar. As being an avid wrestling fan, like someone that has grown up watching wrestling, and I got to see Brock Lesnar's whole career from when he first came into WWE to now. I remember him being promoted as the next big thing and thinking, okay, so what? I remember him winning the WWE title, undisputed WWE title at that time, at SummerSlam for my favorite wrestler, The Rock. And he pretty much whooped The Rock ass. That shit was effortless almost. And then watching his whole career, that first part of career, and I always tell people, if you didn't get to see that first run by Brock Lesnar, this second run was great, but this first run, you saw someone that was athletic, someone that was fast. Yeah, he was a big monster, but Brock was an athlete. Like he was doing things that people his size should not have been able to do. And I'll never forget those matches. He used to have Kurt Angle all the time. Those were the best matches in the world. When he came back to WWE against John Cena, all the wrestling fans would tell you, our minds exploded because we forgot about Brock. And Brock came back and let it be known he's not the same Brock as before. He's a beast. From taking the Undertaker streak, which I was at a WrestleMania party watching that, and we all were shocked to see that because we just never expected Undertaker to lose at WrestleMania, but Brock snuffed that out. To him, dominated John Cena at SummerSlam with 16 German suplexes. Like that's when Suplex City first started to just dominate John Cena. We had never seen that before. To win the WWE title, to this last run where he's been basically the final boss. And I'm happy for his career, man. I'm happy he put on Obafemi. Like when he said that he's the past and Oba's the future, what you see from Oba right now, take that feeling, and that's what a lot of wrestling fans felt when we saw Brock Lesnar back in 2002. For him to have wrestled this long and been this dominant, I have to also add this. Him going to the UFC and winning the world title.
You better add that. That was the most impressive part.
To you. But
ain't no other wrestler did it.
But that added to the allure of him being this ass-kicking machine. Because when he came back, one, it legitimized wrestling. Because for years, people didn't think a lot of professional wrestlers could fight. So him doing that legitimized it to an extent. And also, it just made it like, yo, this is the baddest man on the planet. So, you know, hey, congrats for your time, man, Brock, man. You definitely one of the greatest to ever do it all time, man. Shout out to the mama.
Gotta. Mr. DJ Rose, Verkeezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.